Good morning, crypto Twitter is missing crypto, spreading crypto adoption, showing its benefits to my generation. Shout out to all my people, Gen Z needs to be included. It's really that simple. We are savage, amazed, boss, SD, making money at the same time, spread peace. I feel empty if you don't include Gen Z. About to change the world, so y'all better get ready. Missing crypto, I'm never backing down. I got a wax account, you should check it out. So many NFTs, I think I lost count, and I'm only getting started. Yeah, I'm barely off the ground. Missing crypto, you cannot stop me. My hands are made from diamonds, your hands fall like origami. Never be the boss of me. Bitcoin's all I need. When I say I'm zesty, that's just me talking honestly. Crypto and yum bar marketplace. I wanna see the more. We gotta go through cyberspace. Leave this world without a trace. They pay for a different day, 'cause we partners in the cryptos did a stay.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Miss Teen Crypto Show. I hope everyone is having a happy Friday today. If you guys see that new QR code on the bottom right of your screen, scan it, claim a free NFT. I'm going to be dropping some cool ones today. Thank you guys for coming back. I'm super excited to welcome our zesty guest this week from Litecoin Gaming, Robert and Bryce. Thank you so much for coming today, guys.
Yeah, no problem.
Hey, what's up, guys? No, thank you.
Do you guys mind introducing yourselves one by one? You guys could pick who goes first.
Yeah, sure. I'm Axis or Robert. I'm the CEO of Litecoin Gaming.
Awesome. Bryce?
Yeah, I'm Bryce. I am the COO and part owner of Litecoin Gaming. So that's my position with the team.
Awesome. Thank you guys for joining me. I really appreciate it. I love the thought of Litecoin Gaming and a new crypto organization completely taking over social media. Once you guys came out, I was looking around. I was like, is there a Litecoin game? There's Litecoin Gaming. There's so many people joining this organization. What is going on? I really love what you guys are doing, and I would love if you guys could maybe elaborate on what you guys did before crypto.
Before crypto, I've had the same job for 5 years. I worked in a large tire manufacturer as a tire builder. It sucks, and hours are very long, but I mean, it is what it is. Pays the bills. So.
What about you, Bryce?
So pretty much, I was a help desk technician for a pilot company for about 10 months, and then I was also running an esports organization by the name of Intensity Esports. And so I left Intensity Esports to come over here and help this project with Litecoin Gaming. I thought it was interesting and had a lot of potential. So yeah, now I'm kind of doing that and my event provider full time.
So how did you find gaming, Bryce?
I was about 8 years old and my dad bought like a PlayStation 2 and a PlayStation 3. So I played that a lot growing up, and then I kind of got into Call of Duty really heavy, and I played it competitively on and off for a few years. And from there, I kind of started getting into management and started moving my way up in organizations and started to gain some experience. And one day I decided to start my own. And then I ran Intensity for about 2 years, and Robert joined Intensity as a streamer. And he approached David with the idea about Litecoin. And like I said, I thought it was really interesting. So here we are.
And how long ago was this that you approached David Schwartz, by the way, if everyone isn't sure who we're referring to, David Schwartz is one of the heads of the Litecoin Foundation, very cool guy, and I've had him on 2 weeks ago. So yes, how did you guys find David, and how long ago was this interaction about this previous organization?
It's for you there.
Yeah, I got this one. So 2 years ago, I owned a different org, and I was trying to get it partnered with Litecoin. I talked to David. He wasn't quite on board since it was Litecoin sort of sponsoring a different team, you know?
Yeah.
So he said no to that. And 2 years later, fast forward, I tweeted out, hey, we need a Litecoin gaming team. I tagged David in it. So he DM'd me, I DM'd him, and he said, yeah, let's do it. So 2 weeks after that, back in July, we launched it.
That's amazing. And how did you guys find cryptocurrency?
Funny story for me, actually, I found it through Robert,
Yep.
to be honest. So, yeah.
How did you
I found it through a podcast about 5 years ago, gaming podcast. They were talking about it. And I was like, okay, well, that's pretty cool. I didn't buy any. I wish I would have, but yeah, from then on, I discovered it.
And was it Bitcoin or was it just cryptocurrency in general?
It was everything on Coinbase.
Everything on Coinbase. So what made you look into crypto? What made you think, oh, this stuff is pretty cool?
Well, he kept saying, okay, it's going to be worth a lot one day. I'm like, and then podcast hosts kept shutting it down. Like, dude, this is nothing. I'm like, what? So I was like, okay, I'm looking into it. And I kept following it here and there, and the prices kept going up. I finally jumped in around 2017.
So you were still early.
Yeah, I was still pretty early, yeah.
Yeah, definitely still early. So how do you think cryptocurrency can mesh with gaming, especially because you found cryptocurrency through a gaming stream?
So a lot of streamers are getting donations through crypto on the streams. Instead of just USD or bits on Twitch, they're getting crypto. That's one way.
How did that work?
There's a program they install and they link it to their Twitch, and there's some button that the Twitch streamer hits and it pops up crypto donation at the bottom, and the viewers can hit it. So
awesome. So continue on. Well, what's another way that crypto can mesh with gaming?
Paying people, like paying some of our members in salary, like via Litecoin or maybe another cryptocurrency. Obviously, the preferred one's Litecoin, but
yeah, definitely.
And why did you guys choose Litecoin?
That's the one that I had the most experience with, and I knew about David. I knew about a lot of guys in Litecoin, so I was like, well, let's go with Litecoin. That was my first investment, and that's one I'm most familiar with. So I was like, well, let's go with this.
That's pretty awesome. And how do you feel that Litecoin is better to use than, let's say, I don't know, Ethereum or another token?
It's more useful in day-to-day activities. It's faster transactions, cheaper fees. I mean, you can't really do a lot with Bitcoin as far as buying things, like useful things. You can buy big items, but you can't go to the store and without paying a lot of fees.
Yeah,
it's the best payment currency, hands down. 100%.
Yeah, like if you were gonna go buy a cup of coffee, you'd use Litecoin over, let's say,
anything else. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, awesome. And I really want to highlight what you guys have done on social media. Like I said before, when you guys came on social media and Litecoin Gaming first came out, I was so confused. I was like, what's going on here? This is a huge boom. Am I missing out on something else? And I just want to know, what have you guys done in terms of social media? And I know a few hashtags went viral, so do you guys want to share more about that?
So our TikTok, we have a TikTok manager. He has a large account himself. He has like 150,000, a little more than that probably. And he has
170 now.
Yeah, 170. Yeah, he's growing like crazy. He got the hashtag game with Litecoin TikTok hashtag to about 12 million now? 12 million?
Yeah, I think it's 12 million.
It's up there,
12 million and counting.
Yeah.
That's really great. I know Gen Z lives on TikTok, so that's definitely a good platform to go viral on. And it's a little difficult too, so the fact that you guys, really took it and ran with it, literally up the charts, so awesome.
It definitely can be. I mean, the thing with having to break the shadow ban and then the FYP and having to keep things consistent, it can definitely, be a challenge sometimes if you're not consistent with it, of course. Our personal TikTok has, I think the last video had 50,000?
Yeah, we have several that have over 100,000.
Our most viewed one has like 300 and something thousand accounting at the moment.
Wow. So how many? Yeah. So you have the Litecoin Gaming TikTok, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. I wish I had the link to share. I really love TikTok. I think that the fact that you guys could post, like I've seen the TikTok. You guys post like little clips of what you guys have been playing and everything like that. I think it's super impressive. But how can I word this? So what is involved in gaming? Is there any specific games? Are there leagues you can join? Just for people that aren't necessarily gamers. I really want to get into the gaming space, but I just don't know how. So how would you recommend someone get started?
I mean, honestly, it really just depends. There's a lot of different genres and a lot of different games. So it really just kind of depends on what sparks your interest the most. And I mean, that goes for esports and for just playing in general. I mean, esports has so many different leagues and tournament providers across so many different genres of games. So, I mean, like Smite is, a lane running, more like MOBA type game. And then you'd have CSGO that's more of a first person shooter. And then Call of Duty, same thing, but see, Call of Duty would be more controller based. CSGO is more keyboard mouse based. So it really just kind of depends on what you're most interested in, honestly.
So so you could join a league, or
Well,
let's
how
say
you
you're
would
really good at
start-
a game. Like I'm really good
Absolutely.
at Fortnite or something like that. Where do I go? How do I get started and become like a legit gamer?
You would definitely start by, I would say, getting a consistent practice schedule. And then after you build up, a certain level of skill, you would start signing up for more tier 2 or tier 3 level tournaments. And then the better you do in those, you'll work up through the tiers and become a better player. And obviously kind of the same with like sports, you start in high school, then if you work your way up to college, then to pro, some people can never breach that gap. So
That's actually really interesting. How do you, like the gamers that you guys have onboarded, are these people in leagues, or what is it? What are the qualifications of being a Litecoin gamer?
it varies. Access would be a good one for that
Yeah,
one. 'Cause he knows
really
all the
large
content.
social media presence. That's the big thing we look for. Like you have to have a lot of Twitch followers, TikTok. Twitter doesn't matter as much as long as your other platforms are large, YouTube. So, and we
Gotta
do
be
have
from a
some
creator
smaller
base.
guys that are really good at hitting flips. They're a little bit smaller. So,
That's awesome. I also saw you guys onboarding some Gen Z gamers, right? I saw a 17-year-old gamer that joined.
oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yep.
We have several.
That's super cool. And is it easy for people to get in touch with you guys to be a part of Litecoin Gaming if they're a gamer and interested?
Oh yeah, just send us a DM. Easy. Yeah. Anyone can DM us anytime.
They can also contact on the website. There's a contact page on the website as well.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Email, either one. Yeah.
Awesome. So it's litecoingaming.net.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
that's it.
right.
Just sending that into the chat right now. So how can other gamers, I guess, improve their game? Let's say they want to level up and get into more leagues. Is that easy to do, to get into a league?
Gotta be really consistent. I'd say consistency is the biggest thing when it comes to gaming. A lot of people will think that they're doing the right thing, and in reality, they're not. It's kind of like the sports, like, I put in 4 or 5 hours a day. I feel like that's enough. But there are people out there that are playing 10, 15, some even more hours a day, so they're putting in a lot of work. It's really just being consistent, putting in a lot of effort, honestly.
And you guys have said you've been gaming for a while. You said, Bryce, you've been gaming since you were 8 years old?
Yeah.
And
Yes,
how
ma'am.
old are you guys now?
I'm 21. I know he's 25.
25. I've been gaming since I was 2.
What? What were you
Literally,
playing
yeah.
when
I
you
played.
were 2?
It's Reader Rabbit. It was a learning game on PC.
Rabbit.
Yep, Reader Rabbit.
And how has gaming always stayed a part of your life? How has it always been something you wanted to do or enticed you and kept your attention almost?
There's so many games out there. It's never boring because there's always so many new games coming out every year. It's not, Go ahead, sorry.
Do you have any favorite games that you would recommend to maybe new gamers, or what are your top games?
Call of Duty, definitely. Been playing that literally for about 12 years.
Wow.
That's really my main game, honestly, Call of Duty. That's 99% of what I play is COD.
Litecoin Gaming is such an amazing organization, and you guys have really taken off in terms of social media so far. And I just want to know, where do you guys see Litecoin Gaming going in the next, let's say, 12 months?
Honestly, we're where we want it to be and where we see it going. I would say more than double the size that it's currently at.
More than
Maybe
double
even
the
triple.
size.
Maybe even triple.
Do you guys seeing having your more leagues or more gamers join?
Absolutely. We're going to try to pick up some more esports teams. That was something that we've kind of lacked on. Since we first started, we had 2 teams, and then we kind of ran into a situation where we were moving away, moving past those contracts. So now we're kind of in limbo, just searching for teams and trying to find the right situation. And with us being so new, the funding is, we're trying to get the funding right and everything working properly. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes too, staff-wise. We want to make sure it's set in stone before we bring in a bunch of teams and have everything rolling full steam.
And what does it take to create a team or a league?
Honestly, a decent one, really just money and time. To create a league, it would be a little different. than obviously creating a team that you're going to put into a league. But both is really just money and time. Having enough money to have the project started, having enough money to keep it up, having the time and effort to put into making sure that the team is taken care of and that the contract's being followed and that, you know, the organization is following their end on the contract. So it's a lot that goes into it.
And I heard about gamers in Litecoin gaming being paid in Litecoin. Is this true?
Yes.
We do have
100%.
several. Yes, we do.
And who is this gamer, and why did they decide to get paid in Litecoin, or why were they allowed to get paid in Litecoin?
Oh, they have a really large social media presence, specifically on Twitch, and that's a really useful platform for marketing the team, just getting our name out there. So, and he chose Litecoin. That's his favorite crypto. So
it would be Mog Time is the biggest one.
Yeah,
He's
Mog
a
Time,
partner streamer
yeah.
with like about 130 something thousand followers.
Yep.
That's really awesome. I really love that gamers are really taking a spotlight. What you guys do is kind of underrated, because especially Gen Z, definitely not. Gen Z, we're all gamers, but past that, I feel like, you know, being a gamer takes a lot of time, a lot of patience. What is something you'd recommend to new gamers just to keep their head on straight and just keep going if they're not so good at first?
Keep practicing. Just find someone really good on YouTube or Twitch, watch them as much as you can, learn from them, try to apply it to your own play style, and just keep going.
Awesome.
That's the only way to get better, is actually playing. So
I would say just not being too hard on yourself.
yeah, you can't just be hard on yourself about it.
I mean, you know, you're never going to be perfect, and, you know, there's always going to be someone better than you no matter how good you get. So, I mean, that's the thing, is you could be even a top tier pro making 6 to 7 figures a year, and there's still going to be somebody that's, you know, playing 20 hours a day that's just better, and they may not even be on salary. So, I mean, it's really just focusing on yourself and not worrying about everything outside, you know, and really just continuing to grind and be consistent.
Yeah, I know personally, I get a little competitive when I play games.
Absolutely.
Always.
Is that part of being a gamer? Just gotta level yourself out and be like, it's okay, it's okay.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Definitely.
Controllers have been thrown in my house before.
I take it
Most
way too
definitely.
serious.
Not
I think we all
proud
do
of it, but
mostly.
It's happened.
I love like when people are like talking about if they've thrown controllers, because in the moment you're so heated. You're like, why? Oh my god.
I'm just glad I haven't broke a TV yet. So, I mean,
Never done that. Yeah, definitely.
we're good there. We're good there.
Yeah.
No TVs have been broken.
Which game has I guess gotten you the most angry?
Oh man, Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
100%.
For 12 years, I've gotten so mad at that game so many times.
Man, the rage.
Definitely.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I could totally picture people get like raging out. I know, like, remember Flappy Bird?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Flappy Bird. Yep, I remember that.
And people
Yeah, I
were
remember
throwing their phones at the wall, so they had to take it off the App Store.
Did y'all ever play the large version of that in arcades where you actually hit the button with your hand? It's on a massive screen.
Yeah,
Yes.
I did.
I played it. That's fun. Yeah. It's still out there, actually.
Yeah, and Dave and
Yeah.
Buster's.
Yep.
That's what I was about to say, yeah.
But
Dave and Buster's.
I think they renamed it though, so they can't say it's
Hey,
Flappy
it's
Bird.
like Tappy Bird or something. Tappy
Yeah.
Bird.
Happy Bird.
It's the
Yeah.
exact same thing though, like the same,
Yeah, it
the
is.
same character, the same like tubes that you gotta go in between. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. So Call of Duty is the most aggravating, you'd say,
Most
Yep.
definitely.
Most fun, most aggravating at the same time.
because the
I would say most fun, but definitely the most aggravating. I'll give you that one.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on Fortnite? Are you guys fans of Fortnite? I know Fortnite was so huge,
That's
and now
funny.
I feel like I haven't been hearing about it as much.
It's
funny you
still
mention
huge. Yeah. It's fallen off a little bit because it's been around for a while. I mean, it's had its height and it's going down right now. But
Yeah.
the height was probably when Ninja played with Drake in like 2018, I'd say.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think
That was the
so.
biggest it was. Yeah. That was fun. I loved it then.
that's super cool. I just love how games evolve, and I see games evolving with NFTs. Are you guys interested in NFTs at all?
I'm interested in it. I mean, I know that Autograph.io, I think is the name of the company. Tom Brady started it not too long ago.
Oh, yes.
I've been trying to get one, and I'm literally there an hour early, and I still can't get one. There's like 10,000 people waiting for it. So
I think Tom Brady actually or got paid for one of his NFTs in Litecoin. Is that correct? I think so.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That'd be really interesting.
Yes,
That's
I
pretty
have
cool.
it.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. It's pretty
Tom
cool.
Brady football card sold for $1.7 million in Litecoin.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's insane.
Yeah, and think about how
Hey.
little the fees must have been on that.
Yeah.
That's so insane. And how do you feel about, more celebrities getting into gaming? And because I know Ariana Grande, for example, she was involved with Fortnite. Do you see a lot of celebrities getting involved with gaming? How do you see the gaming sphere, I guess, progressing since you guys have been in?
100%.
It's good.
100%.
Yeah, it needs to happen.
Drake
Definitely.
is a part owner of 100 Thieves. Isn't it 100 Thieves that he's part
Yeah, it's 100
owner of?
Thieves. Yep. Mm.
Yeah, and then there's a couple of other organizations that have some larger figures and celebrities that are investing and taking ownership of some of these organizations as well. So it's quite interesting what's happening. Clearly, people are taking notice that the gaming world is going to continue to expand.
Yeah, they see the potential in their return. So
You got to think about VR, like the future of VR.
Yes.
Eventually, when it gets to the point to where people are having to put in enough into their bodies to be able to compete in a video game, like it has physical movement, it's going to change everything. It's going to change everybody's perspective on gaming. So
Wow, so you're into VR gaming because I know VR is totally taking over. I host VR events with my friend Jerome. We do game night every Thursday. So how do you see VR playing a role in the gaming world?
see it taking over like completely at some point. I would say mainly because there will obviously be games that people still play on console and PC, but from an esports and like a gaming perspective, I think the top focus in the next 5 to 10 years will eventually be VR. Because like I said, like a lot of the things that people struggle with from like an esports perspective is we struggle to pull in like those sports fans, those people that continue to like don't want to believe that gaming is actually significant. And a lot of those folks will start to be more interested and drawn to the gaming community if people are actually having to do more than just move a mouse or type the keyboard or move the controller, which again is not easy. Little do they know it takes a lot of effort, but
It does.
I think that would make it even more interesting for some folks that just can't get into it yet.
Definitely. I totally see that people just having that, I guess, hands-on experience more in VR than on the PC or on a console.
Absolutely.
Wow. And do you see games like Call of Duty or something like that being in VR?
it's gonna happen. There's no way it's gonna happen.
It's
Eventually. It
inevitable.
has to. Yeah. It might be a while. 'Cause that's a lot to perfect, But I'd say within 5 to 10 years it'll happen.
5 to 10 years. That's pretty soon, I'd say, right? Or do you think it should be progressing faster than that?
Really depends
Well,
on the prototypes you see.
Yeah, there's probably prototypes. That in arcades you have those ones where you stand on a little mat, you kind of run back and forth. You played that?
Oh, no, I actually haven't. That seems pretty cool.
Yeah, you stand on it. Was like 4 or 5 of you in a room in an arcade. You stand on this little directional mat that goes any direction you want. It's omnidirectional, I guess. And you actually hold a little gun in your hands, and you have the helmet on. You can actually see the whole screen around you, and you run, and your character runs with you. Yeah.
Whoa.
They actually have prototypes out for that right now, for like in-home. There's actually a couple of people that are more on the
I bet that's
wealthy
so expensive.
side that really have it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
I played it a few months ago. It was pretty fun.
So you've been
very expensive.
you've gone to one of those?
Yeah, I went to one in Austin, Texas.
And how did you feel? Like where was it scary that you were completely in a whole other world basically?
It wasn't really smooth. I could tell like, okay, if I moved my feet a little too fast, my character wouldn't quite register what I was doing.
Yeah.
So you have to take your time with it. But if you take your time, you can control it.
That's like really awesome. I know that I played VR once and I stepped outside the bounds or whatever. I hit my hand on the table. I was like like I know that sometimes like it doesn't even tell you if you're stepping out of bounds. I think we're literally at the ground floor for a lot of these things. Do you feel that we're still at the ground floor of gaming or that we've almost reached our potential with that?
Absolutely. I mean, you see like Dota, the last championship they had, I think it was last year, they had the city that they were competing in, the skyscrapers in the city were lit up with the different gaming organizations that were competing in the tournament for the weekend. And they're selling out arenas and it's getting quite large, but I feel like at some point it's going to be much bigger. It's going to be like a prominent, almost like someone would consider a sport, obviously, but it'll still be an e-sport because it's got a little bit of difference. Yeah, but I mean,
What are those prize pools in Dota? $10 million, $20 million?
Yeah, and I mean to
They're
run one of
extremely
those
high prize
teams,
pools. Yeah.
one of those teams, it'll cost you 10 grand or more a week.
Yeah.
Some of them. Wow. Wait, no, sorry, 10 grand or more a month. My bad.
Yeah, I was about to say 10 grand a week. That's a heavy bill.
My bad. Yeah, 10 grand or more a month. But it's still, it can be quite a bit. Usually 6 to even sometimes close to 7-figure deals for your top Dota teams and League of Legends teams.
Wow. Have you guys have been to in-person gaming events?
Not yet for me, no.
I've been to one. I went to UMG Nashville when I was really big into Call of Duty as a kid.
How was that? What was the experience like?
I mean, it was fun. I enjoyed it. It wasn't one of the bigger events, you know. I mean, it was something more like just a couple thousand people watching. Some of these other gaming events you see now, like the Valorant stuff that's going on, like they could easily sell out 18 to 20,000 person arenas to watch that. Wouldn't surprise me at all. Just depends on the region, of course.
That's so interesting. The fact that you could sell out a stadium worth of people for an esports event, just like a regular sports event.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, they even have a company that just came out called Glitch Stadiums, and they're about to start building stadiums specifically for esports. And those are really interesting. It's more of like an auditorium layout. Like they have the screens and where everybody competes down at the bottom, and then they bring all of the seats outward.
Yes.
You know, out across the front, because you know, from an arena standpoint, even if you hosted an arena, they're going to have to cut off like the back half because they're not going to be able to see what's going on behind them. So.
Yeah, that's so cool. Just like if you were seeing a concert and if you're too far away from the stage, you see a little TV screen, and instead of the game going on or the concert going on, you see the actual esports game being played. That's absolutely 100%. Incredible. And in terms of Litecoin gaming, because I agree with the person who just commented 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 7. They said Litecoin gaming is the best concept for LTC to date. I agree that it's one of the best concepts so far, and it's totally revolutionary in terms of maybe Litecoin isn't being used in games yet, but the fact that you guys are taking the step to associate it with gaming and bring it to a whole other demographic is truly amazing. Where do you guys are for your fan base? Essentially, are you coming out with any cool merch like T-shirts, hats, some swag?
100%.
Yeah, we're going to be redoing our current merchandise and make things make it pop a little more.
Yes.
And we have the jerseys coming out. The jerseys should be releasing early next week.
Woo!
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we have 2 of them. So.
Ooh, tell me more about the jerseys. What are they going to look like?
We've got a pretty cool animation we have to be made for it. It's actually going to be inside the game. He's making a whole world for the jersey reveal. It's pretty cool.
Ooh.
It's a 45-second video, yeah.
That's really awesome. And people are going to be able to buy these jerseys, and wow.
We also plan to try to incorporate a way for people to pay for Litecoin as well.
Yeah, we want to do that for sure.
Brought on a website guy recently to work on getting that started.
Definitely, that would be amazing. Being able to pay in Litecoin for your Litecoin swag, I think it pretty much goes together.
Absolutely.
100%. And what is this I'm hearing about a zesty Litecoin gaming drink?
That, cherry limeade. It'll be out hopefully mid-December. That's the goal. Maybe sooner. It all depends.
You're revealing the name too?
Yeah.
We're going to tell them the name of what we're doing?
It would be zesty. Is it the zesty drink?
Are we for sure calling it that though? Level Up? We might have the name Level Up. That might be the name of it.
Level Up
Limeade by
Litecoin.
Yeah.
We think that would be good.
I think Level Up is pretty cool. Like you're gaming, you're sipping your drink, you're like, yes, I'm going. That's great.
David gave us the idea. We can't take credit for that. That was David's idea for the name. David. So yeah.
Go David. Oh my gosh. I hope he watches this back. You know, he's such an icon. And how do you guys feel about the drink? Was this something that was this your idea to come up with the drink, or how did this idea of the drink come about?
It's something I've always wanted to do with the team I own, is have our own energy drink flavor, and it'd be pretty cool. So I was like, well, this is probably the best time to do it. Let's make it happen.
100%.
Yeah, I reached out to the company and we worked out a deal.
How did you guys come up with the flavor? Was this a choice they gave you, or you guys picked it out?
They gave us options for future flavors they wanted to do. It was about 10 different flavors, yeah.
We let our
Wow.
community decide pretty much. I mean, we
Yeah, we
put
picked
a
our
vote on
top
Twitter.
4 favorite ones, tweeted it out, and Cherry Limeade was the winner. So
That's great. I love how you let the community decide. What other things are you guys planning to do in terms of merch? Is there anything else besides the jersey and the drink?
yeah, we're gonna have drops every probably 2 to 3 months, a few items here and there.
Every season. is
Yeah,
what we're
mainly
trying to do.
seasonal. Yeah.
2 to 3 months for the jerseys, or
No, it'll be the jerseys will be next week, but after that we'll have just new items coming out here and there. Maybe about 2 or 3 items at a time, every
Yeah.
2 or 3 months.
It'll basically be seasonal theme, like, like fall, winter, spring, summer. Just makes it kind of easy.
Yeah.
wow. Are there gonna? You guys have had the whole bottle designed and everything. Is this like a whole? It's like a whole process, right?
So we've got designers working on that right now. It's actually going to be in tub form with powder, because
Oh.
with cans and bottles you have to produce like 500,000 units at a time, and that's a lot of money. So we went into a tub form a little bit cheaper. So
Long term, we plan to have it bottled, though. Maybe not
yeah,
necessarily a
bottles and
specific
bottle or
one.
can is definitely the goal. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely would like to imagine. Like could imagine myself walking in the store, looking at all the drinks in the deli, and seeing a Litecoin gaming drink and the cherry limeade. I'll be like, that's a zesty drink. Pick it up, take it home.
Definitely.
Totally could
That's-
picture it.
Maybe a year from now, we'll see.
You guys got it. You guys got it. You guys have done so much already, and Litecoin gaming has only been around for how long now?
2
2
months.
months.
2
2
months.
months today, actually. Yeah, 2 months today.
Wow. So this is a 2-month Litecoin game anniversary.
Yep.
What? Oh my gosh, guys, share this video out right now. Let's celebrate the 2-month Litecoin gameanniversary. This is amazeballs. I'm so happy that we got to do this. The first podcast you guys have ever done, right?
Yeah, first one.
Yep, first one for me as
First
well.
podcast and the 2-month Litecoin gameanniversary. Now, if this isn't a zesty show, I don't know what is.
100%.
I really love that you guys came on tonight. Thank you so much for coming on. I really had a blast with you guys, and I really want to keep up with, and definitely keep me updated. Hopefully I can have you guys back, maybe soon when you guys have more going on and all this stuff comes out, and we could all rep some swag and just chat about Litecoin gaming and how you guys are progressing, because you guys are going at lightning speed. No pun intended, lightning speed. I don't know. You're going at top speed right now, full steam ahead, and you guys have a full team going, hitting the Gen Z generation through TikTok and gaming and Twitch. I'm happy that I got to interview you guys, especially in your early stages. So again, thank you, Rob, Bryce, for coming on today. Really appreciate it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
thank you. It was
We
fun.
appreciate you for
Definitely.
having us.
Everyone, if you enjoyed this show, hit the like button, hit the little bell as well. Get notified when I go live the next time, and drop a comment after the video. Let me know if you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys have a happy weekend, a great Friday, and stay zesty, of course. And follow Bryce here. He's at Zesty too. Love the username, by the way, Bryce. Gotta love it.
Appreciate it.
Thank you guys so much. Have a great weekend, everyone. Stay zesty. Peace.
Thank you.
Good morning, crypto Twitter, it's Misty Crypto, spreading crypto with Dr. showing its benefits to my generation.